Okay. Hello, good morning. Welcome in. Apologies. I did not wake up late, but I was actually working on something else and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, the time." hold on. Give me one moment. Hello. Welcome in. You know what? Good for you, Double Red. I think you're on break right now, so you should be able to enjoy your break and enjoy some time off. Nothing wrong with sleeping in a little on the weekends. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. There is no break? I thought you were on break. Or did you just finish your exams? I mean, technically, it's all. Oh, you're right. Did you guys do anything special? I'm going to spend some time with my mom later. Oh, classes are only 1 week? Oh, interesting. Today. How did you just find out? All right. You know what? Maybe you were distracted by Mother's Day, but now you're going to have to prepare 2 sets of gifts. Excuse me. Wows. Anyways, welcome in. Today we are playing another Otome game. This time it is Sweet Valentine Chocolatier. This is also a free to play game. I do have the information in my description box if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. Let me just make sure I put it in there. I think I did. I will double check the links later. Anyways, I'm very excited. We had such a great time with Fate's Masquerade last time. Also, the dev did reach out to me and they let me know that unfortunately, demo saves will not roll into the full release of the game because they will be different save files. However, I just see that as a chance for us to see see the different possibilities the full game has to offer. It might come out later this year, maybe late 2026 or early 2027. So keep an eye out for that. I will definitely play the game once it comes out, so we will get to see once and for all who we will pick between. The cold general crown prince, the dark red-eyed crown prince general, or the charming, sly second, blonde hair, blue eye, sly second prince. Now, the reason I describe them that way is if you are a manhwa reader, if you know, you know. That's just how you refer to the love interest because I do like how Fate's Masquerade subverts a lot of these tropes, and I'm very interested to see in the mystery and get more into the story. So we'll definitely play it once it comes out. Also, yesterday I made my schedule and I was like, oh, I think I shouldn't post it right away. And I was like, I wonder why I feel that way. Well, I woke up this morning, took a look at my schedule, and I was like, oh no, I mixed up all the games. I made it too late at night and I messed up. I'm really glad I didn't post it. It would have been very confusing for you all. And by that, I meant I mixed up the order of all the games. So, I will revise that today, post that later today. This week, we will have just 4 streams. I'll be honest, as much as I said I have been making steps to work on my neck pain, also making sure that I am taking care of myself, stretching, hydrating. 10 streams was a little much for me, so this week it's only going to be 4. I think I'm good with 4. I think that is the perfect balance for me. So it does mean that we will have 2 Ultimate games, Mystria, and then this week, I will tell you, we will be playing Tomodachi Life. I did end up making another island. I made a 3rd island, and that island is a self-indulgent island, and it's crazy. The very first time that I had a character want to ask another character out, I was like, hey, you know what? You should wait and be friends. And then this character, which by the way, oh, he's a confident character. That's why. He just went for it. And you know what's even crazier? No, not crazy. She rejected him, and then when I was about to like help him, deal with his sadness, the guy was like, "You know what? I'm not giving up. I'm going to immediately try again." And I'm like, "Why? What?" And then he went for it, and she didn't even show up. She sent someone else in her place. Because they don't even know each other like a day. Me's are crazy. It was my first time having a me, number one, disobey me. And number two, also having a me be this daring. And I thought I made them a reserved character. And then I looked later and I was like, oh, you're a confident character. No wonder you went for it. I see, I see. It was crazy because, like, as soon as they got on the island, they immediately had a crush. The me has indeed gone rogue because you know what happened? I wanted to go help him and he's like, I think I just want to be alone. And he rejected. He rejected all interactions with me. He rejected all interactions with everyone. I'm like, all right, you just want to live your own life, I see. This is no longer living the dream. This is leave leave the dream alone. It was crazy. But so interesting. This is part of the fun of playing Tomodachi Life. It's not even the corner of the gym. He just keeps sitting in the corner of the island. And then, like, the Mies will see him from a distance and, like, avoid that part of the island because he's so sad. And right now, my island is a pretty empty island because I did just play it, like, I just started the island yesterday. And I made 6 Mies because I had a specific purpose for this island. It's just for me. But I wanted to test something, and, yeah. Crazy. Pretty much, pretty much. Like, sometimes they'll walk around, they're like, huh, they don't feel so good. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if you all get depressed, we shall see. We shall see. So we will continue our own adventures in Tomodachi Life this Friday. So you guys should definitely pop by if you're interested. We are doing the Haikyuu Island. I don't think I'll mix other characters. I don't think my capture card can take it. But also, I've learned I don't like mixing characters. Crossovers are fun when like you're putting the character in that world. Crossovers are not so fun when they all have their own lingo and it gets confusing. Yep. Yep. But yeah. What else was I working on? Mother's Day. Oh, part of me is like, if I keep updating you guys like this, it will truly be weird. But another restaurant closed. Remember the restaurant I told you where they kept changing the prices like a stock market? It kept going up and then up and then up. Yeah, they closed. And I was like, huh. I'm not surprised, but I'm also kind of surprised. So, if I could count the number of restaurants that I can eat on one hand now. I know. I know. At this point, I'm just sad. I guess I'm meant to forever be cooking at home and eating at home. Although you know what's crazy? All the sweet places I like are doing fine. It's just the savory places. How many restaurants has this been that's closed now? 5? At least 6 that I've told you about? It's a lot. It's unfortunate. I guess I'm meant to be a sweet person, but I like savory. So this is a little sad for me. It's a little sad for me. Speaking of savory, though, speaking of savory, admittedly, I have really enjoyed like sweet treats lately. I got like these donuts that you just bake in the oven and then you coat them in sugar and they're so good. And by the way, it's cinnamon sugar. It's so, so good. I did overbake them. The thing is, I did less time than they told me to on the bag and it still got a little too dark. So I was like, hey, guess my toaster is a little too toasty. Okay, it's not that many. It's not that many. I'll be honest. There aren't that many restaurants for me to eat at. In terms of like with solid vegetarian options, there aren't that many restaurants for me to eat at. I think at least 6 have closed, which is still unfortunate. But there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do about that. I mean, restaurants close all the time, but these are like, how do I explain this? Number one, they're fully vegetarian restaurants. Number two, they are restaurants I have frequented, which is something. There are restaurants that I didn't go to that are also offer vegetarian options, and they also closed. They also closed. I didn't go to them. I wanted to, but they were either too far, they had no parking, or their prices were exorbitant. I don't think I'll ever pay $10 for a veggie burger. Without cheese, without sauce, without sides and a drink. $10 just for a burger? I can do that at home. Anyways, food sadness aside, I think it's because I'm hungry. I was supposed to have a croissant this morning, but because I ended up losing track of time when I was working on stuff, I didn't get to have my croissant with cheese. I will have it later. Oh no, later I'm going out for Mother's Day lunch. So I'll just eat later. $10 not cheap. The thing is, here's the thing. I get it. There are things that are more expensive, but I don't like that veggie options, which is like the meat option, but with a more affordable veggie patty, is just as expensive. I've had banh mi or subs where the veggie sub, which is just the subs with the veggie that you get in the meat sub without any of like no tofu, no nothing extra. It costs the same as a sub with meat or toppings in it, and I don't get it. That's highway robbery. I don't pay for that. I don't pay for that. Because it's literally the same thing, but you took out ingredients and you can't charge me the same for it. And then I've seen veggie options where they're more expensive than the meat options. And then I look at how much they give in the veggie option. I'm like, you're robbing me blind. Hello, welcome in. How is processed veggie cheaper? Here's the thing. The reason I say processed veggie can be cheaper is not just because I know that people argue like, oh, veggie patties because there are fewer people who eat them. Number one. Number two, they are more processed. Number three, meat is more easier to get, so it should, in theory, be cheaper. However, if you look at the size and how filling a veggie versus a meat burger is, you will know that a veggie burger will never be an equivalent of a meat burger in terms of the patty size and the fullness you feel after the meal. I argue that they take the process and they say, hey, by the way, it's because like the people who make veggie products are mostly big monopoly companies. Anyways, they just charge it because they know vegetarians want an option. It's not usually worth it, not usually as filling. I'm not even talking about a specific brand of burger, which I will not mention, but I saw their plant, and I since then have not been able to stomach a single one of their products. Yep, I have never been able to stomach it since I saw those pictures. But let me just say that a veggie product and the components they are made up of, usually the good ones. I'm not talking about, I don't know. There's like, how do I explain this? Some veggie products are made with soy. That is very affordable. Sometimes they are soy mixed with vegetable, and the vegetables, they are not as much, but they're still there. It's a little more expensive than just the soy stuff, but that's still not very expensive if you look at the weight and size of the patty. Number three option is there's one brand I really like. I won't mention them, but I've been eating their burgers because they do use quite a bit of veggie and they use pea protein instead of soy protein, which is also a nice alternative because some people don't like the taste of soy protein or their stomachs can't take it because I'll be honest, growing up with soy protein, it's not for everyone, not because it doesn't taste good or anything. It's just like, hmm, pea protein is a little easier for some people to process. I don't really know the science behind it. This is just based on experience. But yeah, hold on, I have to adjust this. This has been bothering me. There we go. Okay. But yeah, it technically could be a little bit cheaper than the meat burgers. Just from those factors. When they talk about other things like supply, demand, blah 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 blah, there are so many people who would like vegetarian options now. They don't want to be a vegetarian necessarily, but sometimes they don't mind eating a vegetarian option. And considering that you're never full after eating the vegetarian option, I feel that it should just be a little bit cheaper, especially because they never give as much filling as they do with meat products. Look, I get it. I get it. Pricing, my family used to run a business. I get it. Still, I don't know why they offer these and then they expect people to go back. If I eat a meal, I buy a meal and I'm not full, I'm not going to go back. But how will the billionaires afford another yacht? I know. It's so terrible that they're just going to have to make do with the current private jets and yachts that they currently have. So yeah, it's why I never, how do I say this? I never give them credit because I know that it's all the big companies that are making these vegetarian products. So if they're like, "Oh no, what about the shareholders?" I'm like, "Oh no, you're only gonna make $100 instead of 100 and I don't know, $98. How sad for you." God. Anyways, this turned into something else. I think that's enough of an intro. Let's get into. You never forget spending $14 on a small vegan sandwich. That I want to tell you that that's not normal, but I recently saw someone selling a quote unquote artisan sandwich, which was, you want to guess what it was? I legitimately could not believe my eyes. 14 bucks. 14 bucks for a quote unquote artisan bread sandwich. It had tomato, lettuce, and cream cheese. What? Gosh, microgreens? I can't even imagine that. Microgreens in a slice of tomato. Yeah, no, right? Dang, they gave them lettuce instead of tiny little microgreens. Pretty much why I am, how do I say this? I really prefer to eat at home because for the cost that some of these people charge for vegetarian and vegan options, I might as well just make myself fried rice. I might as well make myself a bowl of noodle soup. I might as well make myself a sandwich and just have french fries on the side. I can do that for less than $14. And I'm not one of those people who is like, how do I explain this? I like eating out because I think that eating out should be an experience and you should want to enjoy it. And I do like to support my local businesses. I grew up supporting local bakeries and restaurants, and it was one of my favorite things to like get to eat really good food. And now it's kind of become like, oh, none of the food is tasty. It's all very overpriced. Not that I'm blaming the small businesses. I am blaming how some of them price themselves, though. But man, it's rough out there. I get it, but if I'm not full after eating, if you're reducing all your portion sizes but keeping the price the same, or you're like, I don't know. I had a really weird custom. Expensive, right? Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I will tell you, I'll tell you this one last story and then we'll go into the game. But basically, I went to a place that had just opened. I did know them before, but they had moved. So I went to their new location. I was excited. You like cooking, so you could do it cheaper. Nice. That's great for you, Greg. I am not good at cooking. I can cook to feed myself, but it's not like the best. And definitely every time I cook and my family's like, okay, let me season. It tastes better. So I can do it enough for me to survive, but it's not like I definitely enjoy it more when someone else is able to help me. But it's always a good thing to have the skill to at least be able to make some meals for yourself, especially valuable in this time and age. If there really are savings taking into account of numbers. I argue that either way, you're either paying for someone's grocery bill plus their labor, or you pay for the grocery bill and then use your own labor, which in small business terms means it's free. Yeah, it's just, there's no, it's definitely tough right now. Even for me, as someone who has been very conscious of shopping and I've grown up going grocery shopping with my family and I've learned a lot from Maria, and even she's a really great shopper. She has noticed that the prices have definitely been getting a little rough. So I hope you guys are still taking care of yourselves, doing what you can, finding alternatives where you can. Eat beans, eat tofu, eat things that can, I'm not telling you to eat vegetarian. I'm telling you to add things in your diet that maybe will help, that are a little easier to buy bulk and can help offset your cost. things that you can do, but make sure you still eat and you still take care of yourselves. Always, always, always. But let me tell you this one story because I went to this place. I tried to call and place an order because I had been there before and they had been really busy. So I tried to place an order. Nothing picked up, and they kept telling me the phone was disconnected. Yeah, the phone was disconnected. And I was like, that's weird. You just opened. And then I went in the store and there was no one. And I was like, huh, that's weird. Then I thought like maybe they had turned off their phone, like maybe the phone wasn't in the receiver or something. And then I was talking to the person up front and I was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I tried calling in to place an order and your phone's not working. And he just kind of stared at me. He just kind of stared at me. And he was like, yeah, I know. And then he took my order and that was it. And I was like, that's kind of weird because in this day and age, if you don't like, how do I say this? They were a business where I think phone orders would have been really valuable for them, especially like I said, they had moved to a new location. Maybe they would have received orders from like nearby places. So I thought that was kind of weird, but I didn't really do anything else because I had done my part. I had told them, and then I talked to the owner, and I think that the guy I talked to before was the owner's relative or husband. And then I was talking to the owner. She was talking to me a lot. I think it was because I was waiting for my food and I was the only one there. So she was like trying to talk to me, trying to like gauge my interest because she does know me. Because the very first day, she's like, hey, do you want to try these noodle soups? And I was like, oh, I'm a vegetarian. And she's like, oh, because all her noodle soups were not vegetarian, which is totally fine. I was there for something else. But anyways, she was talking to me, and I was like, I kind of got the vibe that she didn't realize something because she kept looking at the phone, right, as if she was waiting for something. And then I was like, "Hey, did you know that your phone's not working? I tried calling earlier because you were so busy last time, and it told me the phone was disconnected." And her face dropped, and she immediately like went to the back Asian style and she was like calling I guess the other person's name and she's like the phone's not working, what's wrong? And it was a moment I was like, oh, she didn't know. And then I realized that means the guy knew and he just didn't want to tell her that it wasn't working. This is some internal sabotage. Like I don't know if it's internal sabotage or he just didn't want to deal with the problem. But she came back out and she's like, "Oh, thank you for telling me. I told him he's gonna go get it fixed now." And I was like, "No, don't worry about it. I just wanted to let you know because I know you just opened." And it was like one of those moments where I was like, if I hadn't told her, if I hadn't like brought it up again, would he have just ignored it? Yeah. But yeah, crock pot beans filling in less than $2. Yes, 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 yes. Crock pot beans are great with toast. You can put them in pasta. You can blend them and put them in pasta sauce. You can blend them and have them as soup. You could, what else? They're so good. So good with so many things. Rice. I actually really like beans and rice. You hope the future isn't only for big businesses. I believe that there will always be small businesses because big businesses will always cater to someone different, but they will never have the creativity or the, how do I say this, be able to resolve pain points for people because it is always someone who says, I have this issue and I want to resolve this. And then people go and do it. I truly believe that it will be small businesses do it. And I really hope that in the future, uh, someone smashes all these monopolies. Yep, that's my hope. That's all I can say. I got that poor guy in trouble. I mean, on one hand, yes, but I didn't tell her that I had told him. So all she knew was that a customer came in and told her, "Hey, I tried calling and it didn't work." I never told her that I had told him and he knew, but I basically forced him to fix the problem and face the issue. So yes, technically, but I didn't like directly get him in trouble. Like the niche kind, that's super true. Yes, because when it comes to these big businesses, if you look, I don't know, look at whether it be any industry, there was one girl I saw and she had a really cool idea of having shoes with interchangeable heels. That is never something that a shoe company would think of because they just want people to buy more pairs of shoes. But she saw something that could have been a niche market and she has done well for herself. It is interesting. It's not for me because her drops are a little too difficult to get, which is understandable because she is a small business. So, and she is not at the scale where she can offer like things like big box companies can. But I think like products like that, or products like there was I think there was one farmer who solved something very specific for farmers, and farming companies would have never thought of that because they're not on the fields, they're not working, they don't see these issues. So I truly believe that there will always be markets for people who recognize pain points and are wanting to do something about it. Instant Pot company products are too good, so people don't buy more. The thing is, the Instant Pot company is a really interesting company because there is such a brand loyalty to it that people will buy Instant Pots for their family members. I agree that because the product is so good, people tend not to buy the secondary, but I do think what they've done very smartly is they've started selling accessories for it, and Instant Pot people have been buying them up. They've been very excited about that to have like the official stuff because they've been using the unbranded stuff, and it's not that unbranded stuff isn't good, but for example, when you buy unbranded stuff, you run the risk of is it going to withstand a temperature? Is it going to fit? Is it going to last long? So if Instant Pot company is able to really capitalize on like this secondary tool market, I think it's going to help them a little more because one thing is that people want to be able to use their Instant Pots for everything, and if they're able to provide like I don't know, yogurt containers that they can put inside the yogurt machine, I know that first, not everyone will buy it, but there will be people who are more comfortable buying it or like gifting it because they'll be like, oh, if it's made by the Instant Pot for the Instant Pot, then I know it's not going to crack or like pop in the machine when I make it. Yeah. So yeah, I do hope they are able to do it. Making a good product is tough because you do need to think of the secondary part. I do also hope that Instant Pot moves into other products. I do think if they make a toaster oven, I would be very interested. There's this one company that keeps calling themselves a cult favorite, and they said that as soon as they came out, and I won't name them, but they've already made like two pots, a toaster oven, and they're gonna make something else. And I'm like, I don't trust you. The thing is, it's not like I don't trust a new product, but they are a little too refined in their marketing. They have a little too many marketing dollars, and they keep calling themselves a certain name just because they've sent their products out to influencers to try. And it feels a little too much like how do I say this? You're not getting quote unquote I was gonna say non-botted reviews, but technically they are bots, they're just influencers. Switching to secondary heels is faster than reloading your shoe. Actually, no, I saw her. Once you get the hang of it, it's like snap, snap, snap. It's really fast. And I think it's more convenient for some girls because instead of having multiple shoes, you can just have a little bag that carries different heels. And that can be really nice, you know? It's a lot lighter and you have less space. Because not only are some handbags really small or super heavy, I used to have a handbag that was super heavy. I loved it, but I'm pretty sure part of my shoulder pain is from carrying that bag. It was a small bag. It was just chunky. And it wasn't even like a chunky design. It was just like the bag itself was so heavy. It was weird. I realize nowadays that if I kept that bag, it would have been a great like I don't know, nostalgia, 90s kind of thing. But then that would also tell you guys how old I am. anyways, well, let's get into the game for reals. For reals. We're gonna go make a bunch of chocolates and try to find love. I didn't realize I haven't given you guys background music this whole time. Okay, hold on. Let me know later if the music's too loud. I did adjust it. Okay, so this is achievements and this is gallery. So this game is fully released, but it is by an indie team. And I'm very excited. I did get to see a peek in the CGs, and the art is very cute. Days before Spring Fest. Wait. Yes. Hold on. Because I have played this before, I want to make sure I'm not doing a different save file. Okay, I didn't save. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Days before Spring Festival 2. And this is partially voiced, so that's going to be really nice for me. Another beautiful yet busy day at Sweet Valentine Chocolatier. Although the official Valentine's Day in February had long passed, your store was about to usher on its second busiest chocolate season of the year, the Spring Festival. Vanilla. You know, if your name is Vanilla and you work in a chocolate shop, that is some good branding. Earth to Vanilla. Huh?
Boss! I'm so sorry!
Vanilla jumps upwards again in shock, causing a little snowfall of powdered sugar to escape from the box she's carrying. The entire contents of the box cartoonishly follow her movement upward, inciting a small chuckle from you. Although your arms are firmly crossed, you make sure to maintain a smile as you finally catch Vanilla's attention. Daydreaming again, V? As much as I like to join you, we have work to do. You give her a sympathetic smile. Jumpy as she is, as your only employee, she's proven herself to be reliable 90% of the time. As for the other 10%, well...
That's right! Oh my gosh! All the orders for the festival! What are we gonna do?
Vanilla panics a little, precariously swinging the box from left to right. Whoa there, careful now. Her fingers trembling as she struggles to maintain control over the box. You have a very bad premonition of what's to come. Well, we're gonna... I was like, should I save a bunch? I do have a bunch of save slots, so... We'll take the box from her. Let me take that box from you, V. You're reaching out to grab the box, almost pulling her into an embrace, but she swiftly turns around trying to avoid it. I'm kind of questioning myself. Why you hugging her? You just needed to grab the box.
No worries, boss! I got this!
She strikes a bodybuilder pose to reassure you, but her thin frame is decidedly unreliable. Oh no. No. Not today, V. Not today, please. Oh, CG. Circling around her again in an attempt to snatch the box, you end up in sort of a back hug with her in your arms.
Boss! You're too close!
Vanilla blushes beet red for a moment before wrestling out of your hold. Yep. Don't do that. Don't do that to your employees. But this is very cute. I love the little flowers. Very shoujo-esque. I promise I got this. Let me... Where? Watch out, boss! Whether due to your influence or by Vanilla's natural clumsiness, she somehow loses her footing and the ingredients in the box finally gain their freedom. You barely have enough time to close your eyes before you're covered in a tidal wave of powdered sugar flying up and over Vanilla's shoulder. Oh, so she doesn't get hit with the powdered sugar, but I do. I guess that's comeuppance. Good thing you brought a spare uniform. Oh my gosh, boss! I'm so sorry! Patooey. I don't know why every time I see that word it makes me laugh. Cough. Peh. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. Oh gosh, this is all my fault. It's okay, V. I'm okay. I'm really sorry, boss. I thought I had a handle on it, but one of the bags in the box was open. And it kept leaning, and I tried to adjust the weight, but It's fine, V. I probably made it worse by trying to grab it from you. You laugh a little to yourself at how silly the situation is, and Vanilla joins in with her sweet wind chime-like giggle. She was so small and cute. But for every point she had in cuteness, there was a bonus point to her clumsiness stat. I'm gonna go change. Can you do me a big favor and clean this up? Of course, boss. I'm seriously so sorry. Really, no worries. You could always wear one of mine. You grimace as you imagine trying to squeeze into one of Vanilla's XX small size chocolatier uniforms. Sorry, the reason I paused earlier is because I was gonna make a reference to there was a trend, it was like the demure trend, And then there was someone who claimed that they started the demure trend because they were like, I'm so petite, I'm so demure. And I was like, that's not the same thing. Also, there are people who claim that they were the first person to popularize the word demure, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure demure has always existed. Just a thought. Anyways, I'm glad that the demure and mindful person was able to cash in and they were able to protect it because it really was their delivery that I think started the demure trend. And other people may have had like micro trends, but nothing was quite as prevalent as that demure and mindful. Okay, maybe not, but you know. She grins again and puts on a determined face. You go change, boss. I'll get this cleaned up ASAP. Do you guys say ASAP or ASAP? I do ASAP. It's just what I'm used to. Chuckling to yourself, you give her shoulder a light pat and head into the small employee bathroom at the back of the store. Alright, here's where the character customization comes into play. I did play a little bit. I didn't read any of the lines, but I did play up to the character customization in order to see what options I should have for my avatar, as you can see. Now, the reason I didn't show you guys the full outfit is because this is technically only a profile anyways. Here we go. Probably... Okay. Oh, you can get subtle shading. Cute. So this has quite a bit of customization. I think I'm gonna keep my glasses. Wait, hold on. There we go. I think I want to keep my glasses. Oh, this is the blue hair. Now, I do actually want my model to get a bun, but there is no, like, real bun option for this current model. Excuse me. But we were told by the model mamas that they are planning to do a lot more hairstyles. They just need a different version of VTube Studio, which will probably come out soon. Maybe. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. At least I can do, like, really cute screenshots now. Yeah, for, like, health reasons. I guess not health reasons. For the... Okay, if anyone from the Health Services Inspection Bureau is coming into my place, know that I am a small business. I was gonna say I was a small business, but I'm just a business owner. I'm just a business owner who has a full-time employee and I pop into work. But look, I say all employees must wash hands. That's gotta count for something. Whoa, look at how strong. By the way, you can have a masculine or feminine character, so it's really up to your preference. I ended up going for this one. This is the outfit I ended up going with. Could have gone for something else, but I was okay with this. It was also one of the outfits I was able to recreate, but I did have my own spin on it because I did have different sleeves for this outfit, but it didn't quite look as nice, so I took some creative liberties. Let's go. As a final touch, you brush across your name tag, trying to clear out the powder before repinning it to your fresh uniform. The shiny and clean tag reveals your name. All changed. Look at that, I'm wearing a uniform. Although I love to walk around in casual wear, I best wear the uniform while I'm working. Smart, I should also wear a hairnet, lest I be mistaken for a customer. Actually, fun fact, sometimes when I go to Asian bakeries, I'll be holding a tray of bread and I'll still have people come up to me and ask me about different breads. And then they'll ask me to ring them up. And then I'll just kind of look at them because I'm standing in line with them. But I don't know why. People kind of assume that, like, I've gone this a couple times where people thought I was working there. You frown to yourself as your mind briefly wanders to the memories of the first time you met Michael. You were in your store, as usual, but in casual clothes that day. He walked straight up to you and asked if you wanted a taste of something better and sweeter, and to follow him to his store if you did. The nerve of that guy, Michael. You daydream just a little longer while tidying up your favorite chocolates in the showcase. Your favorite chocolate flavor? Milk, dark caramel, white. I prefer dark. Seem ever employed. That's a nice way to think about it. I actually don't mind. Usually once people, like I tell people, oh, I don't work here, they're fine. I did have one person who insisted that I must work there, and I didn't know why. Oh, if it comes to bakery recommendations, sorry, I'm pretty boring. I did have one person ask me about, what was it? It's called char siu bao, which is barbecue bun. So it's like, it's a type of barbecue filling you have in a sweet bun. Or not a sweet bun, it depends. Some people do a sweet bun, some people do a regular bun, and it just has barbecue filling. I had to tell them, I was like, I'm sorry, I've never had that before, and I don't work here. And that was the man who insisted that I must know, and I still don't know why he thought so. As your hand hovers over the dark chocolate truffle display, what are you doing here? Oh boy, that's a nice CG. As if your thoughts had summoned him suddenly. There he was.
I see the Chihuahua's at it, per usual.
The edges of Michael's lips curl up into his signature smirk, emanating big dog energy. I was gonna call this smug energy, but... Chihuahua? Vanilla shakes with outrage, perfectly embodying the small dog nickname Michael had given her after their own first encounter. Alright, we're gonna save here. I didn't need to save when choosing my favorite chocolate. I will choose no other option. Welcome, Michael, how can I help you? Seriously though, Michael, what are you doing here? Well, look what the cat dragged in. If he's gonna use dog puns and we're gonna use animal references, we're gonna go in all the way. Well, look what the cat dragged in. At this, Michael cocks an eyebrow. You mean the Chihuahua? I mean that I'm about to drag your ass out and get into a cat fight with me? And give you a taste of some cat punches? Okay, we leaned a little too far into like the animal references now. We should have just said dragged him out. I don't know, give him a taste of the claws. Although technically when you're baking you shouldn't have claws. I don't know, I feel like I leaned too far into this. You hold up your fist, smiling wider. Cat punches are not that threatening though. Have you ever been like punched by your cat? It's so cute, they're like little taps. I don't have a cat, but I've had a friend and their cat would like punch to get your attention and it was so funny. I don't know where they learned it. Lovingly. Punch you in the face. Okay, when you add lovingly, he's gonna misunderstand. He's gonna misunderstand that. Wow, look at that. He could do a toothpaste commercial. He even has like the gleam in his teeth and it's like... It wasn't added in post-production. I was gonna say artificial. I wouldn't mind getting into a mess of tangled limbs with you. Okay, there. What are you saying? Vanilla covers both ears of her hands. Oh no! Boss, he's being weird. Michael, you're scaring the kid. Sorry, Vanilla. Mom and Dad need to argue ever so often to keep our romance alive. What romance? Boss would never date a weirdo like you, nepo baby, narcissist, creeper. Vanilla continues shrieking and takes cover behind you. Michael chuckles good-humoredly as you roll your eyes and shake your head with a smile, patting Vanilla reassuredly behind your back. In reality, it wasn't so unusual for Michael to pop in from time to time. Since the day he tried to lure you to his store, he always made a point to visit at least once or twice a week. For years now. Well, that's some dedication. Although you were competitors in name, he would often give you helpful advice and defend you against rude customers.
Funny enough, I'm actually here to make an order today.
What? You're ordering from the rival bakery? Also healthy competition, yes. An order? If you're looking to buy out sweet Valentine Chocolatier, I'm afraid you'll be leaving empty-handed. Again. Boss would never sell... Right, boss? Of course not, V. I would never. Although you're pretty sure he's not here for that, you give Michael a good glare anyways. He grins and puts his hands on his hips before his expression changes to a more serious one.
To tell you the truth, I have someone. Someone that I want to invite to the spring festival.
So you want to invite someone to the spring festival, but you're not using your own chocolate? Let me just say, I know this is for game progression, but it's kind of like as a chocolatier, wouldn't you want to give them a gift that you made because of the skills you cultivated over a very long period of time and take pride in? I don't know, Michael. It sounds like you're not that confident in yourself. He has someone? Oh, that's what you focus on. Okay. Someone that is not me? Although White Day was in March, for some reason your town preferred to celebrate a Valentine's Day Part 2 in early May. Exchanging flowers and chocolate and inviting someone to the spring festival was the equivalent of a romantic confession. Already suffering heartbreak, I know. First the heartbreak in Tomodachi life, and now the heartbreak here. For a Valentine's Day stream, this is a little heartbreaking. You and Michael seem to have a will they, won't they dynamic going on for years now, but I think that he had someone else in mind. See, situationships never worth it. You can't help but feel a teeny bit devastated in your heart of hearts. Sure, Michael, I can do that for you. You hold a blast expression as you pull out a memo pad and pen, hiding your disappointment by lowering your head. In your peripheral vision, you see him reaching out a hand to touch you. As it almost reaches you, we're gonna get a choice.
Boom!
Vanilla gives a little jump in place, and Michael's hand swiftly flinches away from you. Wow, she's
J&J
cute.
have officially arrived.
She's very cute. I'm sorry I interrupted her dialogue. A cascade of reddish pink bursts through the shop doors, followed by a shiny head of purple. He's cute.
That's right. J&J are in the house. Woot woot.
He sounds so embarrassed.
Okay, that was a lot more embarrassing than I thought it would be.
Jordan! You're making it dweeby.
Jade elbows Jordan in the stomach, roughly, but not to the extent that it bruised. By the way, these are the 4 love interests, so you could go for the guys or the girls. Having been on the receiving end of that elbow countless times before, ouch, you wince and give Jordan a sympathetic smile. Poor guy. Catching your eye, he gives you an awkward wink, but you feel your cheeks turn pink anyways. It doesn't look awkward. Hey, Rhea. Hey, Jordan. Jordan? Oh, Vanilla has a crush on Jordan. That's a little awkward. Since they first met in community college 7 years ago, Vanilla had been pining for Jordan day in and day out. 7 years? Wow, Vanilla. It was obvious to everyone except the most important person, the man himself, Jordan. Oh, hi, Vanilla. If one thing's for sure, it's that Vanilla is faithful. But if Jordan hasn't caught on to her feelings by now, he likely never will. Here's the thing, has he not caught on, or is he kind of not acknowledging them because he doesn't want to let her down? I don't know. Hey, Rhea. Yo. V. Hi, Jade. Michael. Oh, sucrose. I was like, oh, I should have made that sweeter. Jade calls Michael's name with a tone oozing sucrose before flipping her hair and sniffing to indicate her disdain. Oh, sarcastic sucrose. Oh wait, sucrose? Glucose? Is sucrose sweet? Well, I was gonna look it up, but I don't want my mic to be muted. Michael nods curtly and turns his gaze back to you. So, Jordan, why are we here today? Jade giggles and crosses her arms, egging Jordan to get on with it. Jordan blushes and fidgets, shifting his weight from foot to foot. I wanted to order something. something for... At this point, you, Jade, and Vanilla are all leaning in, waiting for those next words. Michael appears utterly disinterested, instead taking the opportunity to look over your displays and prepackaged offerings. It's for my mom. No. You know what? It is Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day. He should be getting something for his mom. Oh. Jade throws both hands into the sky exasperately and gives a fake cry. Damn it, Jordan, you were this close to greatness. You shake your head and snort as well. After spending every year since preschool together with the two of them, you are definitely in the know about Jordan's secret crush. You were? Wait, since preschool? Hold on. They were in community college about 7 years ago. That means that they've at least 19 years. Actually, let me think. Do I have a friend I've known 19 years? I have a friend I've known longer than that. Wow, I'm old. Wow. Okay, I shouldn't have done that math. Suddenly my back hurts. You always suspected it was Jade, but part of you did wonder if there was someone else. Dang, I know. I'm sorry, guys. I am, in fact, much older than 19. Alright, we're gonna save. Avoid commenting on the situation, discourage the teasing, or join in. Let's see. I kind of feel like joining in on a teasing because you've known him for so long. Oh, your mom, eh? Your mom, eh? You and Jade take this as your cue to dance around Jordan immaturely, moving your shoulders back and forth, raising your eyebrows. Okay, that was a bit much. I thought we would, like, tease him a little, but this is a lot. Mimicking your mom, eh? In chorus. Oh, man. Immaturely. To be clear, the two of you aren't teasing Jordan for being a sweetheart ordering something for his mother. Rather, it's because the two of you know that he hasn't had the gall to ask out his sweet secret crush for years now. Taking a moment to catch her breath, Jade rests that dangerous elbow of hers on your shoulder and leans on you, laughing. The intoxicating scent of Jade's Le Bray Eau de Parfum wafts past your nostrils and you can't help but take a good sniff. I can't help but feel that my character is not really looking respectfully.
Oh my god! Did you just sniff me?
Yeah.
You perv.
She says, but she takes the opportunity to pull you into a squeezing side hug. You can feel your arm between... So I will say that this game did mention, it does have suggestive mentions. It doesn't have, I think, not safe for work or anything. It is suggestive, and I was totally fine with that, but I just feel like my character, me? Yeah. You can feel your arm between her boobs as her soft hands pull the other side of your waist in tighter.
I missed you, bestie!
I missed you too, Jade. You chuckle and return the hug, gently placing your hands on her arm and leaning your head against hers. Realizing that time has been ticking by without any progress on your massive list of orders, good for you. Successful. You shift gears and address the two men together. Jordan, Michael. You alternate your gaze between the two of them, giving each a hard look. I have to warn you both that I'm almost out of most ingredients, because neither of you had the decency to pre-order and it's only 2 days before the festival. I'm pretty sure I'll only be able to fulfill one of your orders. At this, Jade gasps in surprise. Oh shit. Damn. Business is booming this year, eh? Congrats! Too bad I'm strapped for cash right now, otherwise I'd totally join the bandwagon of last minute ordering too. She gives you a flirtatious wink. You're right, they should go and do cat punches outside the store. Winner takes the chocolate. I'd love to see whose order you pick between the three of us. Ah, yes, I'd forgotten that you were, Now, look, I have nothing against it. I realize I just don't like to swear. I try not to. I don't consider damn a swear though. Apparently damn is a swear. Everyone turns to Michael, face uniformly aghast. Michael! What? What the fudge, dude? Yeah, like, you can say that to your friends. You don't say that to someone you're not close with. That was jerk move. Is it? Those are swears? Today I learned. Vanilla gives an outraged scream. Her words, not mine. In an instant, Jade's shoulders droop and her face falls. Even though it was true that she'd been the one to jokingly proclaim herself in the beginning, after getting laid off from her dream job as a product manager, Jade was having a hard time getting back on her feet. Jordan, still working as an engineer at the same company, watched as half their stuff was chopped during the right sizing. Dang, things got really real. Also, I'm glad that they used a different word because I'm a little traumatized by the D word. Cover, and then they announced a virtual idol competition. Not a virtual, what is it? A talent competition. I didn't like that either. I won't go too much into that, but I don't like that concept as someone who grew up watching a lot of these pro idol production shows and idol group shows. I don't see how the format will cultivate either a healthy fan base or it will cultivate an environment where talents aren't blamed for the fact that being on the internet is so volatile and nothing is guaranteed, and you can be super talented, but if you just don't have the right moment, the right timing, the right branding, there's so many things that can affect whether you do well or not. I've been streaming 3 years and I look at my analytics, and I'm fortunate to just do this for myself, for fun. As much as I would love to be able to support myself through this, I'm totally fine with where I am now. Fortunately, I'm very lucky. But it is volatile, very volatile. Especially for someone like me who just likes to try and find out what I like and what I play. It's rough, and I don't like that format. Anyways, I didn't want to go into it. Some people work their whole lives just to get 100k on YouTube. Yeah, there are some people who try it for fun and blow up. Some people who work really hard and think they're doing all the right things and never are able to even get like 1,000 subs. So it's just having a competitive, how do I say this? Making it a competition and using those things as metrics is not, I think, a good indication of whether or not someone would do well. Because someone can have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and not have good engagement. Someone can have really great engagement, smaller numbers. And how are you going to measure that? Also, in a time of the economy now, using fan support, besides the thing, like using fan support as a means of a metric in this economy, I think that they've lost their minds. Absolutely lost their minds. It's not that people don't want to support their favorites, but wanting to support your favorite and knowing that some corporate executive is using you as a metric for their success is another thing entirely. But anyways, still moping about that job loss? Michael, you have a job. She does not. This is not for you to comment. It is a tough world. And that's why I always mention, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Remember to drink, remember to eat, remember to treat yourself a little if that is what gets you going. There is nothing wrong with that. Because it is tough out there. And whatever, if like these small things, if like playing a game, buying like a bit of an overpriced drink that makes you happy is able to get you through your day, I think it's valid and worth it. And just remember to continue to take care of yourselves. Yeah. It is very rough. Christ, it's been like what, 5 months? I hate to butt in here, but when are you gonna move on? Oh, boys. Different people have different personalities and different perspectives on things that go on in life and the world. Someone who is struggling is not necessarily for anyone else to discuss or comment on. I understand if you are a close friend and you are concerned about them because you see that their behavior is getting increasingly concerning, or you want to be able to support them. That is entirely different than someone who does not know their situation or is not close with them making callous comments. You can often say that sometimes you need someone to tell you the hard things. However, I argue that it's often not someone else's place to say because they never really know what someone is going through. They never really know. Maybe she is constantly applying for jobs. Maybe she's applying for part-time work. Maybe she's applying for anything she can get her hands on and she's just not getting it. So you don't know her effort, you don't know her situation, you shouldn't make a comment on it. But everyone does have different perspectives, and that's why I understand why he would think that way, because for some people it is just move on and continue doing what you can. But yeah, it's really not his place to say. Really not his place to say. Hey, you don't get to talk to her like that. Whoa, Vanilla. Vanilla went all in. Meanie, jerk, ugly. Not cool, Michael. You put your arm around Jade's shoulder protectively. Unconsciously or not, she leans in closer to you, seeking comfort. It's okay. Besides, if I was really desperate, I'd come work for you. Oh, like Rhea could afford to take you on? You see, like, some people lash out. But you will have to deal with the consequences of you lashing out. Pretty much. Like, don't get me wrong, Michael is gorgeous. I actually really like his sprite. With this attitude, you think this is gonna win you the order? Excuse me. Honestly, with your shop's middling performance, you could only afford one employee after paying the real estate costs each month. He is, yeah. He's one of those people who doesn't know when to stop. While you had passion and quality, there was no way your tiny store could ever compete with Michael's chocolates. Here's the thing. Hello, welcome in, Ado. Michael's chocolate. You say that your store can't compete with Michael's chocolates, yet he's here in your store ordering from you to give to someone else. I understand that it is a small shop against a big shop. Also, he's a Nepo baby, so he probably has financial security and backing. But there's no need for you to, like, feel bad, because at the end of the day, he comes in all the time and he's here ordering right now. Don't sell yourself short. Also, there are some people who are willing to pay. I used to go to this cupcake shop and I went because they had really good cupcakes. Their cupcakes were always the right taste, the right sweetness, fluffy, great fillings, unique flavors, and I loved going there even though they were a little pricier because they had quality. And it was great to hear, like, the shop owner care so much about their product. And they weren't the kind of shop owner who was like, oh, you think it's too sweet, I'll make it less sweet. They're more like, hey, did you enjoy this combination? We have this new combination you can try. And they would, like, kind of, I guess they gave us samples, but they were like having us try out different things. So you could tell they really they were really passionate about cupcakes. They did move, but I like wish them the best. I didn't get to go to them anymore. But honestly, there is always a place for, like, small shops. One of my favorite desserts is actually a chocolate mousse pie, but it's not like regular mousse. It's called a chocolate icebox pie. I've had it a handful of times. One time, the store did close. It wasn't because of me. They had closed because the owner was retiring. And I only had their pie like twice. It was the best thing I've ever had. Oh my god. The best chocolate pie. And then I had another place from a German shop, and they did German pastries and goods, and I love their Black Forest. But they had this really good chocolate icebox pie, and I have a picture of it. I still think of that pie. I still remember how good that crust was. I still remember how smooth the chocolate mousse was. I haven't been able to find it since. I think these are the places that stick with you, and not just but I will say that I've tried another place, a pie place, because I love pies a lot. So I tried another pie place, and then I looked at the price, and then I did not try the pie. Post food pics, I can't. The reason there are a couple reasons I can't, but someday I will post food pics. If I take food pics where I can share with you guys, I do try to. I don't take that many. I always eat my food. I never remember to sit down and take the picture and then eat. Could also be lashing out for going under since he doesn't seem to have ingredients. You're right, he doesn't have ingredients. I don't have ingredients. This guy needs to still, know that this is not gonna get him what he wants. Oh, by the way, the reason I didn't want that pie is because I could not believe that this was years ago, okay? Years ago. What do you mean you're charging $60 for a chocolate pie? And it wasn't like a fancy chocolate pie. It was a chocolate with crust, and it didn't even have whipped cream on it. I was like, $60? And they were like, yes, we use this chocolate from this place. And I'm just looking at the size of the pie, and I'm like, I get it. You are a specialty product. But $60 for a pie. And then now, they charge more than that. Also, I saw this one bakery. It's like a chain bakery, but they also charging $80 for an 8-inch cake. And I'm kind of sitting here like, wow, that's crazy. Like, there's always a different market, and there's always people who will buy it at that price. But I just think it's a little crazy. How heavy was the pie? Not heavy. Not heavy, because I saw someone else hold it. It was not a dense pie. It looked dense when you cut into it, but if you could imagine, what is it? It was kind of like pudding, chocolate pudding, because it wasn't a mousse pie. It was a chocolate pudding pie, but it was not dense and it was not heavy. That's all I can say, because I didn't actually buy it, but I did, I was holding a slice. And I was like, oh, actually, I changed my mind. My slice was not $80. It's just I saw the equivalent price, because I think a slice was $12. That was crazy to me, because this was years and years and years ago. I will never forget it. And I don't, the weird thing is they tried to do a collab with, a milk tea shop. It was very weird. When you buy milk tea, I don't know if I want, a rich, dense pie. And I say dense in terms of flavor, because some of their other flavors were, tons of flavor and layering. And I don't know if that's what I want when I'm having my milk tea. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I could go on about that place because I have a lot of thoughts on that place. Not just the pie place, the milk tea place. I saw their job application. It was crazy. They're a small milk tea place. And they were asking for 5 references in order to get a minimum wage job. Anyways, sorry, I keep getting off topic. At least Ria isn't a raging narcissist. Like someone we all know. Yeah. Michael had everything you didn't. An MBA from a prestigious business school, rich parents bankrolling his store from the beginning, and you're pretty sure he had relatives acting as suppliers for his raw materials. He has it made. You should sit down and just not comment on other people. I'm not saying that people like this don't work hard, because some of them really do, and they are fortunate enough to have the connections that help them make their dream come true, but they really should just learn that not everyone is in the same situation as them. So instead of commenting on other people, just appreciate that you started off in a better place and you are secured. Even though, yes, you worked hard, but it is because you had these connections that you were able to achieve your dream in the manner that you have. Anyways. He was well-connected, educated, and to top it all off, he was undeniably good-looking. Just another reminder that life is not fair. I would argue that nothing is fair, and what we'd consider fair how do I say this? Once you start talking about fair and not fair, I think it will breed different emotions, and I don't think it's a good place to start. Of course, it's understandable that everyone wants better. However, for example, if I don't want to be like one of those boomer people, but I always feel fortunate that I have a place to stay, food to eat, and I'm able to purchase food even though it is tough right now. I'm still able to buy food and sustain and nourish myself. That is always a blessing. I'm not saying there's always other people who are suffering more than you, and that's why your suffering is not valid. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying once you start thinking of fair and unfair, I think it just leads to other emotions. And even though it's fine to feel emotions, I feel, this is just me, I try not to dwell on that and instead focus on what I do have and what I can do. And this is definitely from experience, but it's rather than think about what other people are doing, going through, and things like that. And it's very hard of, very difficult with social media nowadays. Like, grass is always greener on the other side kind of vibe. Kind of, but like more so of rather than look in your neighbor's yard, I think it's more important to look in your own yard and be like, yeah, this is my yard. How can I nourish it? How can I take care of it? And that's why I do things like I try to journal, I try to read, I try to have time to myself to kind of just deal with my own thoughts. And I think that's really important because, yes, other people can have a very green lawn, but that doesn't mean your lawn isn't any less green. It's just a different shade of green. And you can still aspire for better and want more for yourself while appreciating your own yard and what you have cultivated for yourself. Because maybe you have cultivated skills, experience, knowledge, friendships. You do have things, and even if they are not as maybe extravagant or as open as others, it doesn't mean that what you have is any less valuable. That's just what I'm gonna say. Sorry, I don't want to get preachy. I'm saying I'm always an advocate for like your emotions are valid, but I also try not to let myself, because I do have a tendency to dwell. So I've tried to find ways to prevent myself from dwelling too much because I find it doesn't really help me. So that's what I've been doing. Sorry, anyways. You had even heard rumors floating around about him opening a second location and making Michael's chocolates into a chain. Oh, you know what this probably is? Some people like to turn their business into chains, or it could be that his parents who are seeing him doing well are telling him to do so that he can, create an empire, expand their business, increase their assets. Is that what he wants? We don't know. Some people really don't want that, and some people do for their own reasons. Or people around him want him to do it for his own reasons. Perhaps that's why he was so interested in your little store. If he wasn't interested in you romantically, you think he's gonna try to buy out your store? Is this the plot of You Got Mail? Except I guess there's no emotional cheating anyways. You're a straight up Nepo baby, Michael. Okay, Vanilla. Rich boy. Narcissist. Michael scoffs, rolling his eyes and crossing his arms again. Decidedly ignoring Vanilla, he turns to address you. Alright, back up there. My offer still stands, you know. I know, you said it like a gazillion times at this point. His gaze alternates between you and your store's display. All the homely decorations lovingly and painstakingly changed out by Vanilla and yourself with every new season. The delicate but pricey chocolates under the glass counter. His eyes land on you again, golden flecks dancing around the swirls of his mocha irises. Damn rich, handsome bastard. You feel your face getting hotter and hotter the longer his gaze lingers. Why? Why? He just insulted your childhood friend. Anyways, are you all just here to disturb my business? No, never. Right, let me tell you my order then, I'll make it quick. I'd like a box of dark and coffee truffles, half and half. Uh-huh. Did he just order a combination of his favorites and mine? Oh, he likes coffee chocolate. One thing I would really like to try. Oh no, I have tried it. I had a cappuccino chocolate. It was really good. Cappuccino filling in a chocolate shell. Chocolate shell. A chocolate cappuccino. Okay, I don't remember what it was, but it's really good. Is this order actually for me? A lot of people like dark chocolate. You know, I say never sell yourself short, but let's not jump to conclusions here. You just had your heart broken. Wow, the roller coaster of emotions we just went through, and this is just like... Am I the special someone he wants to invite? This is such a roundabout way to do it, though. And for my order, the order for my mom, I'll have a whole box of dark chocolates. It seems like Jordan's ordering all your favorites too. You look up at Jade with her squinted eyes, signaling, what the hell? With your expression to her. This time, Jade smirks and tweaks her eyebrows up and down suggestively. I can almost hear her saying, oh, ho, 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 without her saying anything at all. Is this what you think it means? Shoot. Vanilla! You jerk your head to the side and catch Vanilla looking crestfallen. After years of working with you, she knows your favorites too. Having just heard the order, she probably held the same suspicions that you and Jade did. Anyways, V and I have a ton of work to do. I love you guys, but I'm gonna have to escort you out with some samples. I love me some free samples. Anything free right now. Hang in there, Jade. Deciding that things are getting too tangled for your taste, you begin to physically push all 3 visitors out of your door. Lovingly stuffing a small truffle into each pair of hands, you pat them each goodbye warmly, but sternly. Even Michael? As they leave, they can't help but utter a parting line, like some kind of cheesy anime. This is a cheesy Otome game after all. Oh, let's go, breaking the 4th wall. I do like that. That's always fun.
You won't regret fulfilling my order.
Michael seems to enjoy the feeling of your 2 hands pressing against his back as you physically push him out the door. Wow, you strong. He lets the weight of his 6-foot-tall body provide some resistance as you push him out. Oh, look at him, like, slowly. I like that the fact that he's slowly moving across the scene. It kind of gives emphasis that you're slowly trying to push him out. Now that you're so close to his neck, the smell of his cologne dances around you like a carnivorous flower tempting a poor fly. Hey now, don't compare yourself to a fly. You are a talented chocolatier who will open your own store. Respectable. Get out of here, you amazing smelling bastard. With a golden chuckle, he's finally gone. Next up is Jade. Oh, she doesn't have a voice. Ria, you better call me after the festival. She brushes a strand of hair behind her ear mischievously and gives a side glance at Jordan. You gotta fill me in on what happens. What are you gonna be doing during the festival? I don't know, maybe find someone to take me on a hot date? She winks and does a sassy clawing motion with a roar, like a baby tiger. After unceremoniously stuffing her free truffle in her mouth and giving you a quick hug, her figure disappears in a whirlwind of pink curls as she starts running down the street. I love her hair, by the way. I love the stars. As someone whose design originally had flowers in my hair, I love decorations in the hair like that. Oh, wait up, Jade. Jordan turns to you and Vanilla, smiling apologetically. Bye. Bye, Vanilla. Bye, Jordan. Vanilla gives a sad little wave and averts her eyes as Jordan says goodbye. This might be bad. I'll call you. This might be very bad. Robotically, Vanilla begins trudging toward the back of the store. I'll go sort the materials in the back. She looks up to meet your eyes. Thankfully, she doesn't seem to be ready to cry. You should get started on those orders, boss. You stare back at her apologetically, not knowing what to say. After working together for years and being friends for even longer, you recognize that the 2 of you probably need a little alone time to sort out your thoughts. Thanks, V. I'm sorry. There's nothing to apologize for. I'm gonna get on with it then. Trying to regain her chihuahua energy, Vanilla grips both fists determinedly and scurries off to the back. I really hope she's not scurrying off to cry. You know, crying can be good for you, can be really cathartic. Sometimes if you feel like you need to cry, it's okay to let yourself cry for a bit and let those emotions release. Nothing wrong with that. Shaking your head at the mess things have become right before the festival, you decide to dive right into making orders. Time for the chocolate packing minigame. I forgot there are mini games in this. They do have autocomplete if you don't want to complete it, but I want to try it. As the owner of your own chocolate shop, you gotta do at least a little work. Drag and drop into the heart-shaped package. Got it. The order of the chocolate does not matter. If you mess up, feel free to hit trash to start over. And autocomplete if it's a little too much. Let's go. They told me the order doesn't matter. Oh, shoot. Whoa. No! The order mattered to me. Okay. We are a premier chocolate shop. 4 chocolates in a box? You know, these are really good, really high quality handmade chocolates. If I make Michael's order, I should put a big sign that says, as purchased by Michael from Michael's Chocolate himself. Buy a gift for your loved one today. You know, gotta use him for the full extent of his marketing. You're a master chocolatier. Let's go. Oh, that's so cute. The monkey has a little glove on his tail. Supply will be a little tight, but just enough for my pre-orders. As for the 2 orders I've received today, I can only fulfill one since neither of them had the decency to order in advance. Looks like there's no avoiding making the decision here. Oh no. A major choice which impacts which character you have an interest in. More options? We can choose neither order? Wow, reject them both. We're gonna go with Jordan. Yeah, we're gonna go with Jordan. Michael was a jerk today. Like, I get it. And maybe he's like, how do I say this? Tough to others, but soft on you. But that was uncalled for, and she's my best friend. And also, it was uncalled for. We're gonna go with Jordan. Sorry, Michael. Friends come first. Maybe he's just Sun. More options? Yeah, like I told you that all 4 of those characters on screen were actually viable love interests. So maybe if you choose fulfill neither order, you can gift a box of chocolate to one of the 2 girls, if that's what you're interested in, you know? Maybe he's just... Sun is a very different thing. I feel like I'm not good with Sun people. Some people find it hard to express their emotions, but I'm not good with people whose instinct is to put down or insult others. And I get it. For some of them, they don't mean it, but I think it really is just not a character type that I like. I'm not really a Sun person. Although he might be more than a friend. Your cheeks flush as you imagine Jordan receiving your order, delighted. Mixed feelings bubble up when you also can't help but imagine Vanilla's dark face witnessing the scene. Damn. You still haven't sorted out what you'll say to her. And there's a small possibility that both of you are wrong. The person Jordan is planning to confess to might not be you at all, because yes, your chocolates are so good, maybe a bunch of people like dark chocolate. Just someone who coincidentally has really similar taste to you. Your palm finds its way to your forehead as you ponder all your life choices and relationships up to that point. Unable to come to a conclusion, you continue stressing even as you make your way home. You thought you liked March and Mystery. Okay, that's true. You know what? I was wrong. I forgot. Because March is being so sweet now. I totally forgot we started off as him not being very nice. You know, my bad. I totally forgot because he's been so sweet now, and I forgot it took us a while to get here. You know what? Maybe someone who you get to know and like opens up and apologizes for the behavior. Totally fine. I take my words back. You've made your choice and Jordan seems to have made his. And while you truly value Vanilla, you and Jordan have been together for way longer. Your mind wrestles back and forth between the two as you toss and turn, finally falling asleep only as birds start chirping outside. The day before the Spring Festival, 1. Once again, it's a beautiful day outside. Annoyingly so. The sun is shining brilliantly, filling the nooks and crannies of the shopping district with light, and the birds are singing a love song, tweeting and twittering romantically to each other. All in direct contrast to the brooding mood inside sweet Valentine Chocolatier. Today, you're burning in customer service hell. But thankfully, the day is passing by in a blur of fancy gift wrapping and money exchanging hands. For better or worse, you've just asked Vanilla to continue handling the chocolate prep in the back today. She seemed grateful for the reprieve from working the front, especially since her eyes were red and puffy when she came in. Oh no, Vanilla! Damn. It's obvious she spent a good portion of the night crying. You sigh to yourself, putting the finishing touches on another box of chocolates when suddenly, your heart jumps at the sound of the store bell tinkling, heralding the arrival of another customer. Hey! How's my order coming along? Oh my gosh, Jordan! You scared the shit out of me! Sorry, did I come at a bad time? You're right. The run has ended. We've made Vanilla cry. How dares we? No, not at all. I don't really know why I'm so jumpy these days. It might be the heat. Whoa, heat is bad for chocolate. You're sweating, but you're honestly not sure if it's due to your unexpected guests, the temperature, or... Vanilla. Thank goodness you sent her to the back today. You don't know if you could take another soap opera love triangle standoff right now. Definitely not. Oh, shoot, hang on, I got this. He rushes over and pulling a folding fan from his pocket, proceeds to blast you a small gust of wind. Wow, look at that, resourceful and sweet. Also a bit silly. What do you mean he's holding a fan in his pocket? Oh my gosh, you're so silly. Thanks, Jordan. You still look flushed. Do you want me to get you an ice pack? Oh, I keep clicking the wrong one. He takes a step toward the back of the store where he knows you have a stock of ice packs to prevent chocolate melting mishaps. Oh, no need for that. You quickly move to block his path, putting your arms up a little too defensively. Your eyes bulge as you silently beg for him to get the hint. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. You don't mean to be unfair to Vanilla and prevent her from seeing Jordan, but you get the feeling that it wouldn't be good for the two of them to meet right now. Whatever Jordan came here for, it's probably safe to assume that it's not for Vanilla. For some reason, you find it a little difficult to meet Jordan's eyes. Pasting a smile back on your face and gathering your courage, you look up to find concern flickering in those stunningly green depths. I promise you, I'm good. Just keep me cool a little bit longer? You got it. You shift your already spread arms into a posture of enjoyment as if you're a spoiled regent from ancient times. Can you imagine a customer watching this random customer fanning the store owner? Oh my gosh. What a scene. Fan order servant. Jordan nods and fans a little faster. Okay, there. It's because you guys have known each other for so long. I get it. Yes, great ruler. A bead of sweat trails from his forehead to the side of his jaw, but he doesn't falter. This dork. I can't help but admit that he's cute. Taking a step back in your head, you can see why Vanilla would fall so hard from him. Having grown up with Jordan, it was hard to notice the gradual changes in him over time, but the more you compared him to the image you had of him in your mind, the more you realized that he was no longer the little boy you remembered. He hadn't been, for a long time now. Now approaching your late 20s, you realize that he was blooming into a handsome and reliable man. Still a baby girl to me and Jade though. Just after a few more seconds of sweet relief from the early spring heat, Jordan stops fanning you and leans against the counter. Handing him a small towel, you take the spot beside him, mirroring his leaning pose. Inhaling deeply, Jordan finally decides to follow up. So, the order? For my mom, of course. Of course. Do you still need some time, or... did you pick me? Did you pick my order? He hides his face in his hands and moans, blushing in shame. From between his fingers, he speaks again. Ria? Yes, Jordan? Did you pick my order? No. Huh? His jaw drops and he stares at you with wide eyes, frozen like a deer in headlights. Nah, I'm just messing with you. How could I not pick your order, Jordan? You stare him straight in those doughy eyes. This time he's the one who struggles to maintain eye contact with you, as a renewed wave of blood surges in his cheeks. He might be blushing from head to toe now. Wow, look at that. That is very cute, though. You Just gotta put the finishing touches. Just gotta put the finishing touches on it. Let me get it for you. You stay here. Flashing a bittersweet smile as you think about him accidentally encountering Vanilla, you make sure to have him stay put as you head to the back. Oddly enough, Vanilla is missing from the workshop area. You take a quick peek through the back door into the alleyway just to make sure, and thankfully it looks like she's just on her phone. Taking a well-deserved break, I see. Making sure to tread lightly, you gingerly pull the box for Jordan from the fridge before swiftly returning to the front. As conflicted as you feel about the whole situation, you really are looking forward to Jordan's reactions to the chocolate. Jordan chuckles as you keep the box hidden in the crook of your arm while you play a little drum roll. Ta-da! Oh, is that a spaceship? Although it's just a box of chocolates, the packaging is very special. Somehow, last night, you had found the time to press a box into the shape of a mini starship. I was right. While you're no packaging artisan, after taking on numerous custom orders, you've become quite adept at box origami. You know, that's kind of crazy that you were able to make that out of the box. You present the starship-shaped box of chocolates to Jordan with a flourish. For a long time, he just stares at it. Sweat drips off your forehead this time, but not due to anything temperature-related. Is this too cringy? Did I do a bad job folding it? Jordan? Is there a problem with the, packaging? You're pretty sure you folded it to look as similar as possible to the spaceships appearing in Jordan's favorite sci-fi series. At least as much as fancy paper box could be folded into such a shape. No way. It's perfect. You actually made it look like a miniature War Stars battleship. How is this possible? I didn't even know you could fold your boxes like that. His smile is blindingly bright. Relief sweeps through you, as does an unknown warm feeling fluttering in your chest like a kaleidoscope of butterflies. Those vixen-like eyes of his curl into half moons as he laughs, filling you with slightly evil thoughts. Really? Really? He's being very cute and very sweet, and you were thinking evil things? I'm glad my boxigami practice over the years is finally paying off. As for your mom, well, I have something else. What? Jordan yelps, having momentarily forgotten the excuse he had used for his order. I think they're just trying to avoid, brand names, which is very understandable. Right, the chocolates. They were supposed to be for her. Yes, they were supposed to be. So you made enough for 2 boxes? You could have done Michael and Jordan's. Or did she, like, do some magic to make sure that Jordan's mom also would get chocolates? You stare at each other, both making something of a derpy expression. Too smoothly. Oh! Okay. No wonder you were thinking evil thoughts. You pull a full-size greeting card out from your front pocket. There's a $50 gift card in there for... After countless playdates at each other's houses, you knew Jordan's mom's preferences through and through. It's not much, but hopefully appropriate enough for a friend's mother's birthday. You're amazing, seriously. Oh, stop, you're making me blush. Take your damn chocolate. And tell your mom I said hi. You hand him the card and the starship-shaped box, which he receives with all the careful grace of receiving a newborn child. She sells seashells by the seashore. This is why we had to do tongue twisters as a kid. You gotta keep up those tongue twisters. Thank you so much. Whoa! If Vanilla was the clumsiest of your friend group, Jordan had to be the second. You quickly grasp Jordan's hand, steadying his tremors and saving the box before it can fly into the distance. Into infinity and beyond. Oh, I forgot that was the wrong franchise. The chocolates within rattle in place like the engine of a starship revving to take off. Oh, careful. This ship isn't ready to take flight just yet. I'll guard it with my life. I don't think you need to take it that far. I mean, at some point, it needs to be eaten. Right. Your eyes meet again, and you sense some electricity flowing through those quiet emeralds. It looks more like paradots to me, to be honest. His eyes are beautiful, but they're not like emerald green. They're more like... I think it's peridot, which is the light green gem. Jordan's mouth opens and closes once. He's so close to saying it. But after another moment, he looks away. His expression is one of depression and self-deprecation. Oh no! It's tough. When you're friends with someone for so long, it's really tough to take that step into like having your friendship become something more, because you are always afraid of what if it doesn't work out and then you lose a good friend. But yeah, it's rough. I'm not gonna say but anymore. It seems that he still doesn't have the courage to say it. Just yet. Thanks again. Anything for you, bestie. Wow, you do all that and you friend zone him? Don't mention it, it's my job after all. Gotta make sure you get your money's worth. Oh, that's right, he is paying us. Gotta make sure you get your money's worth. Definitely, your chocolate is priceless, you know? Not really. You pay just enough to cover the cost of my ingredients and then some, you know? You know what I mean. There's no one else I'd rather go to for my chocolate fix. And no, not even the hot bastard next door. Wow, I see. We all open to everyone in this game. But you know what? He is hot. Unfortunately, I forgot that he's not quite as charming as March. Must be because March works in a forge, so I'm like, oh yeah, he's hot-tempered. But like, Michael works at a chocolatier shop and he's not even sweet. Kind of. Maybe he isn't, like, we haven't gotten through that coding yet, but I don't know. Huh? The phrase hot bastard from Jordan's lips gives you pause, but you decide to ignore it for now. You see, why can't we have group ending? You're already fighting with Vanilla for this man. You really don't want to entertain the thought of another potential competitor. By the way, I already paid you through. I saw that. Thank you. But I gotta tip you extra now. I can't believe you made the box into a battleship. What? No, it's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I work in tech, you know.
How many of his lines have I missed? Has there been a voice for him and I've been reading his lines because he's too quiet that I can't hear? Oh no, we missed out on a chance to hear him. I'm so sorry. I thought because this is only partially voice acted, oh gosh. Hold on, I just increased my own volume, so... Hold on. I'm trying to be careful. Let me save first. What does this do?
Us engineers are rolling in the dough.
Oh, I can't reload it. He pumps his fist up reassuringly. The gesture reminds you a little of Vanilla's... Whoa, stop. Very cute, but a little unreliable. Okay, I actually pressed auto go. Oh, nerves.
For now.
He's quiet. I'm gonna be really careful. A dark shadow cast over his face. After the cutthroat layoffs at his company, he probably realized that whatever job security he thought he had was moot. Are you sure? I know the layoffs have been non-stop in the tech industry lately. Trust me, I got this. He gives your hand a proactive squeeze, quite assertive for him.
Damn fat bastards at the top.
Always. Always. Poor Jade. Yeah.
It sucks. I wish I could do more for her.
Me too. It feels like the whole job market is a steaming pile of garbage right now. I'm thankful to be here and not out there. You shudder as you think of not having your shop, having to go back out into the world of interview hell, layoffs, and corporate ghosting.
Screw capitalism.
Yeah, agree.
It pays the bills. But damn.
The thing is, like, capitalism itself, not bad, but having a bunch of greedy executives wanting to infinitely grow their money so that they can, I don't know, drown in a pool of it. Ugh.
There's no such thing as infinite growth. These investors need to wake up and realize that greed isn't the answer.
I get that, but yeah, I agree. As Jordan grows more passionate, his shy stutter seems to disappear. You sigh and lean your head against Jordan's shoulder, doing your best to just listen as he rants about the injustices of modern society. Unconsciously, one of his arms wrap around you as he uses the other one to accentuate his speech with gestures. When Jordan finally comes to a stop, he stiffens up, realizing that his arm had been around you the whole time.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to touch you without your permission.
It's no biggie. You smile knowingly and give his arm a pat. He returns your smile and gives your hand another small squeeze. This might be kind of sudden, but... Do you want to go with me? To my mom's birthday party. Is it actually his mom's birthday? Dang. The birthday dinner? That's today? Yeah, Jade's already there, setting up the balloons. My mission was to pick you up. And the chocolate. If you're not too busy, of course. You sweetheart. Let me just check my order sheet and I'll be right out. Right. He nods in agreement, grinning sheepishly and indicating that he'll wait around the entrance of the store. V seems to have left for the day, but she made sure to clean her workstation and prep the final orders for tomorrow. On the work table, you see a handwritten note from her with a little bear emoji informing you that she went home after she was finished. Boss, heading home first. Don't stay too late. Oh, that's sweet. Also, I was like, I was kind of worried that she left without saying anything, but that's okay. Also, I kind of feel like the box of chocolates I put on my thumbnail might have been for her. She probably left through the back. I'm sorry, V. I hope that the bear emoji means she isn't as upset as I thought. Sighing to yourself, you return to Jordan in the front. After a quick visual sweep of the store, you lock up and Jordan helps you pull the outer shutter down. As you meet his verdant green eyes, he wordlessly offers up his arm to you. It was something you'd done almost every day as a child, but something about it felt different now. Decisively linking arms with him, you're thankful for the reddish-orange glow of the sunset, hiding your blush. Alright, Commander Space Case. Blast off! To your mom's birthday party. The evening ends in a flurry of shared laughs, sweet treats, and fond memories. Alright, it's the Spring Festival! It's finally arrived! Oh, cute! The door of the shop suites opens this time. You're not as surprised to see a flushed Jordan coming in. Jordan! He's wearing a ridiculously adorable hoodie, complete with cat ears sewn into the hood portion. What are you doing here? Hi. Can I talk to you? Please? Let's speak privately. Hang on, let's talk outside if you don't mind. In the front. Jordan looks a little confused but follows you as you make your way outside. Okay, so... Green eyes dart to the side, hands fiddling with the strings of his hoodie before he pushes his thick rimmed glasses up his nose. Anxious tics of his, and you've known intimately since you were kids. Whatever it is, you don't have to be nervous. You reach out and pat his shoulder. A trembling smile slips out of his lips, but so does the stiff tension in his shoulders. Right. So, you remember the Spring Festival, right? Excitement pours into his voice the way it does when he yaps about an upcoming video game release or the latest spin-off. Yep. Let me guess. You got a date? Did he really not intend to ask me? Not yet. I'm sorry, I don't know how to voice exclamation points. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
I was planning on asking you, actually. Will you go with me? To the festival?
Exclamation point, exclamation point. What? Huh? Alright, which sound effect should we make? Huh? What? Buh? Huh? Kind of implies you didn't know. What? It's kind of like... What? And What? I don't know what this one is. Well, oh, yeah, right. Let's go with this one. What? Oh, thank goodness it wasn't me being conceited. His head bobs eagerly, hands returning to his hoodie strings. It seems like this proposal drained all his courage in one go. Jade says she's busy, and I just thought it'd be fun to go together this year. You and me. I also like to treat you as thanks for my mom's gift. Aw, dude, you don't have to. But I want to. Will you go with me to the festival? Blushing, his hands reaches into one of his pockets and magically produces a small bouquet of flowers. Oh, that's cute. Dang, I wish our clothes had pockets that could fit a small bouquet in it. I don't... Along with the starship-shaped box you just handed him yesterday. Really? Re-gifting my own products to me? Hey, I paid for it. And you know what? Yeah, he did. Thank you. That you did. Laughing, you take the bouquet and chocolates from him, knowing full well what they symbolize. What are you, Doraemon? Where were you keeping all this in that outfit of yours? Are you actually made of magic or something? Jordan blushes again and grins, making your heart beat that much faster. Maybe. I could try learning magic for you. Cute. Looking for all the world like a pleading kitten with his hoodie, you find it difficult to say no to his eager gaze. You can probably... It depends. Like, the thing is, it's kind of like the fit of it, because the shape is different, and the shape is important to me. I actually do buy hoodies, especially from Uniqlo, where they have like, they're oversized and they have big pockets because they last longer. The quality of some men hoodies is so much nicer than the women's. Some of my women's hoodies and like sweatshirts, they're really thin. And then the men's hoodies are like thick and plush and they have giant pockets and they're comfy. I'm a little, it's just how it is. Go for the glorious cargo pants. Have you ever seen Jinko jeans? If you guys haven't, you should look up JNCO jeans and look at those pockets. Those are crazy. Oh, yours don't last? It might be because of like the current state of fashion, but for me, I still have some of the hoodies I bought years ago and they are still so nice. They've lasted so much longer than some of my other hoodies. Alright. I guess I could go with you. Sorry, I was planning to ask Jade if she wanted to hang. I was actually thinking of asking Vanilla to go as friends. I kind of want to tease him, but I feel like we should just be straightforward. He put in a lot of courage to like ask you. We'll put him out of his misery. We've also teased him a lot. Of course, it'd be my pleasure. I was waiting for you to ask. You were? You give Jordan a grin and a hearty squeeze in the shoulder in response. Cute. He basically jumps for joy at your acceptance. Then he slaps a hand over his mouth in embarrassment. But not before you catch the brightest grin sitting on his lips.
I mean, thanks. It doesn't have to be the whole thing, but it'll be fun.
Of course it will. I got you, haven't I? Unable to resist, you ruffle his hair, moosing up soft, silky locks. He shakes his head, leaning into it like a tall, awkward, nerdy cat. I gotta finish up things here, but I'll meet you in an hour or so for the festival if that works. You're right, he did go, ooh. Right, don't worry about anything. I'll have it handled. He rushes away before you can even ask what that means. Huh, that was fast. Smiling softly to yourself, you tuck the small bouquet and chocolates away in a cabinet underneath the cash register. Although you're basking in the afterglow of Jordan's sweet request, there is still one more major non-work issue to take care of. V. Not finding her in the back in the store, you look into the alleyway again. Oh no, a quiet sob. Even before you open the door, you have a feeling that there's no avoiding confrontation this time. Although you hope you can let her down gently. No, we got her crying, CG. Outside, Vanilla is seated on the doorstep, full-fledged weeping. Although she's trying to suppress the noise, tears are falling down her cheeks like a waterfall. Gone is the sweet smile you've seen on her face almost every day, replaced by a heart-wrenching grimace. You and Vanilla don't have fights. At the most, it'll be a disagreement about the uniform. Small conflict might stem from you correcting a minor mistake of hers, or her having a different but very helpful opinion about the store's products or displays. But it's the first time you've ever seen her react this way. It's the first time you've made her cry. Vanilla, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have agreed so fast. Guilt curdles in the pit of your stomach, but you always found it hard to say no to Jordan. I actually think this could be just a friend thing, but I should have waited to clear things up with you. It's been a while since you used your name instead of a joking title. Maybe I can call it off, or you can come with us? You really don't want to cancel on Jordan, but you're loath to lose Vanilla. She's more than just your employee. Over years of working together and having each other's backs, you've come to treasure her as a friend who cheers you on and defends you from the hot bastard next door. Ria, I'll be honest. When she scoots over, you sit next to her on the steps. I'm not mad, but I am disappointed. Your heart pangs. She wipes the tears from her cheeks and fixes her eyes on you with a somber stare. This isn't the best feeling in the world, but I don't want you to cancel your plans because of me. Also, you shouldn't do that. Like, I get it, your friends should go before your partners, but like, even if you broke it off with him, he probably wouldn't ask Vanilla, because otherwise he would have asked Vanilla. I think it's important that you clear the air with her, but it's not like, yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I also don't want to see Jordan for a while. Oh goodness, it's like you kicked a puppy. Yeah, that's fair. She doesn't have to if she doesn't want to. I'm so sorry, V. See, this is why I'm glad I had him do it outside instead of in the store. Then she would have had to hear it. Is there anything I can do to make you feel better? She shakes her head and rests her chin on one of her palms with a bittersweet smile. Can I take the day off? Of course, whatever you need. You sit there for a while, shoulder to shoulder. She takes a long, staggered breath.
At least, I finally realized how stupid this crush was.
It's never stupid, Vanilla. It's not stupid. Your feelings are valid. I know, but...
All this time I've been trying to get his attention in various ways. Bending over backward to try to like what he likes. Creating reasons to be around him. Do you know what's so messed up? I don't even like that show. But for him, I forced myself to watch every movie and spin-off series.
Oh, Vanilla. Oh gosh, that is a lot. Right? All to try to connect to him better. Damn. Nothing wrong with wanting to find, like, if he's interested in something and you watch it to see if you like it, I don't think that's wrong because that's how you get introduced to things. But if you don't like it and then you force yourself to continue trying it, that is really rough. She's very sweet for wanting to do so, but poor Vanilla. She laughs, her voice filled with sarcasm and self-deprecation. No, everyone's so sad today! Damn.
I wasted so many years pining after that dork.
Ugh. She buries her head into her knees, using her arms to wrap around herself like a massive shrimp. From between her knees, you hear her muffled voice continue. I guess I just like the idea of him. He's smart, sweet, awkward, and good-looking. I guess I thought that would automatically make him a good partner for me. The two of you sit in silence, letting her words steep for a while before she sighs and speaks again. You know what? You can have him. I don't care about him anymore. We have nothing in common. I'm into fashion and design. I like people who are well-dressed and classy and fancy. He's like a walking train wreck, fashion-wise. That's for sure. You laugh thinking of his plaid button-downs, awkwardly tucked pants, otaku shirts over the years, and that cat-eared hoodie. It was cute for sure, but the man definitely had unique taste in clothes. All these years, I was deceiving myself. I've seen her pine over Jordan for so long, but I never really considered what a bad fit they were. It's not whether they're a bad fit or not, but it's just... how do I say this? You can like someone because they're a good match for you on paper, and you can like someone when you don't have anything in common, but if she's realized that she liked the idea of him and not just what it would be like, or what it would actually be like to be with him, I think that's an important distinction to make. But yeah, poor Jordan. He's not here, but you know what? For poor Vanilla, we gotta go with it. But I also do think, for me personally, it's important to have something in common, because otherwise it's really tough to spend time together if you really have nothing in common. Maybe I could have prodded Vanilla more on what she liked about him, though it's too late now. No, I think this is something that a lot of people have to decide for themselves and come to the conclusion themselves. If you prod, some people will like them even more, or convince themselves they like them, or rationalize, or they'll be a little upset that you're prodding at why they like someone, because it is their own feelings. Sometimes being a good friend is just about letting them go through it and being there to support them. I need to move on. She stands, not quite looking back at you. Are we okay? I understand if you need space. It'll take a good while to get over all this and to build trust again. I appreciate you coming to comfort me. But I want you to have fun with Jordan, whether this is a date or not. Please, don't worry about me. I'll figure something out. Vanilla, you're too good to me. I mean it. If Jordan likes you, I get it, because you're gorgeous, smart, hardworking, and talented. Oh, stop it. Where's all this coming from? Just saying the truth. She shrugs. The soft smile on her lips tells you that things aren't completely fine, but one day they will be. After your relationship has had a little time to heal. For now, you have a shop to tend to. After a long day, Jordan greets you near the festival entrance. A nervous smile playing on his lips and a basket in hand. A basket? Oh. Is it food? What's inside the basket? Is that for all the prizes I'll win? Is that for all the prizes I'll win? Definitely. Plus some things we'll need.
There's some water, a jacket if you get cold, a fan if you get hot, a blanket, and binoculars for the fireworks show.
Whoa. We love someone who's prepared. You're so sweet. Thanks, Jordan. You're welcome. What do you want to do first? Casting your gaze around the area, you quickly perk up as you identify a shooting gallery. How did you know? This looks pretty fun. Is something wrong? No, not at all. He shakes both hands to emphasize that nothing is wrong, but it just comes off as more suspicious. Okay, lesson learned. 2 hands gesturing is suspicious. Huh. Giving a jerky nod, Jordan stands by your side as you both pay and pick up the toy guns. Standing as you hope, like the awesome secret agents you always pretended to be when you were kids.
Here goes nothing.
Ooh. Wait. I can't tell if I'm hitting or not. I think I'm earning points. I got 70. I don't know if that's good. Great job! Yay, let's go! I'm pretty sure I nailed that. The booth owner looks impressed and hands you a small stuffed monkey. Let's go! You have fun shooting down the targets, but Jordan is not good at this. At all. The bullet misses the target by a mile and ricochets off the wall, nearly hitting Jordan directly in the forehead. Oh my gosh. He's good at many things, like computer science and track and field, but aiming is apparently not one of those things. That's okay, everyone has their strengths. I thought you were a gamer. Do you not play shooters? I'm ashamed to say that the real thing is a little different. He fidgets, obviously embarrassed over his surprising performance. You want some help?
Please.
Sure. First, try not to slouch. He He tenses when your hand goes to the small of his back, nudging him gently before moving to adjust his shoulders.
Okay.
Keep your arms straight as you aim. A small yelp escapes him when your palm travels up his arm, taking more hold of his hand. Ooh, forward. Your other hand settles on his hip, correcting his stance. Dang, we dominant. Better. Try shooting again. He fires the gun again, and somehow the bullet somersaults into the recesses of the roof. Jordan's whole body is trembling, his eyes are wide, cheeks stained crimson. It's then that you notice how you're pressed up against him with no inch of space between you. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
That was... that was fun. Thanks for teaching me.
His voice is small, face as red as a tomato. Seeing such a blush, you feel an infectious heat working its way into your cheeks as well. You feel wrong. Your intentions were pure, damn it. Wanna see him blush more, or just trying to keep your cool? Do I go for it? Do we go for the full tomato, or do we, like, back off? Personally, I would back off, just because, like, everyone has different comfort levels, but we've known him for 19 years. But then this is new. But then... My intentions were pure, damn it. We're gonna cool off. We're gonna cool off. No, we're gonna be funny. X. I'm gonna go with my heart. I just wanted to help him, but maybe a small part of you wanted to stay like that a little longer. Well, while we're here, we might as well try to conquer all the games. Slyly, he points out a racing game next. You laugh, pleasantly surprised by his pick. Of course you want to play that one. What? It reminds me of childhood. I remember races were your favorite. Yeah, I used to play this a lot since it was the only one I was kinda good at. Anyway, I got a lot of tickets for us with it. We used to beg your mom to take us to the arcade all the time. You smile, recalling all the joys and tears over needing just one more token to play one more game. Do you still like fighting games? He pushes his glasses up, eyes brightening with a determined glint. Those I have complete confidence in. Fighting Game 1 and Fighting Game 2 are peak. Oh, and DDR was fun too. But neither of those give tickets. Oh, I'm also a pro at memory games. Wow. Holy shoot, this is a little four. He probably has your number. You guys are friends. I think I saw a memory game booth around here. Yeah, somewhere near the food stalls? Perfect, we could play the memory games and then I can have... Yo! Wow! That escalated. Oh. Jordan blushes, turning his face away. You felt the urge to pinch his cheeks. Come on, let's play the racer before the queue gets full.
Let's do this.
Which one? I'm gonna be the white cat. Get ready. Let's go! Whoa! I won. Let's go! Great job winning the race.
If this was an actual race, I'd beat all the other dogs.
Of course you would, Mr. Track and Field Star. Oh god, you still remember that? Who could forget all those love notes falling from your locker?
They just piled in one day. I have no idea how I got those letters. Something about hot, sweaty athletes, I guess?
Oh! At his words, your mind skips back to memory lane, stopping at the very date Jordan was talking about. It wasn't unusual for you to see those tan cheeks turn red, sweat dripping down from his temples. But when a breeze lifted his too large shirt, exposing the smooth lines of his chest, you remember every single detail. The way... Sorry, I can't read any of that for YouTube's sake, okay? Huh?
You're right. You spaced out and started drooling a bit.
You are definitely not looking respectfully. Cringing, you wipe your mouth with the back of your hand. Fine, let's just get to the next game. Again, you try to clear your mind. As his friend since preschool, should you really be thinking of him this way? You're on a date with him. That's all I'm gonna say. Or is this the way things were always bound to go? As you continue meandering through the festival, a suspicious-looking booth captures your eye. It looks like this booth doubles as a memory game and fortune-telling booth. Tarot cards or not, I got this. Oh, do you now?
Yep. This is where my superior memory will really shine.
He did always have a good memory. He always aced the quizzes and remembered what I liked for lunch. And my taste in chocolate, apparently. Oblivious to your musings, Jordan rambles on.
I memorized so many design patterns and formulas during the interview process. I'm pretty confident my memory is top-notch now.
Then show me what you've got. Bird, bear, monkey, fish, wolf, fish. Is a dolphin a fish? Is it not a mammal? Nope, monkey's down here. Bear. Alright. Here, your memory's astounding. Thank you, I only made one mishap. Jordan doesn't miss a beat with the memory matchups. The only time he hesitates is when your hands brush over a card at the same time. Sorry. He blushes shyly but quickly locks in after that, breezing through the challenges with ease. And this should be the bear. You sit back to watch him work his magic, entranced by the light hugging the contours of his face. How his stare goes from soft and shy to serious and sharp when in fierce concentration. He's always been super smart since we were kids. Jordan was the one who helped me set up the technical side of my business, including my online order-taking system. There's so many things that I'm grateful to him for. Jordan ends up winning the memory game at record speed, resulting in a free fortune-telling session for the two of you. I think I won, but anyways. Ah, yes. I will now look into your soul and perhaps your future. Maria, the spirits have spoken. They tell me this about you. B-I-R-D. No! Why is it always a bird? The laugh that fights for light. The joy that will not give in. Mischievous but guided by a strong inner compass. You mend hearts and lift spirits. A moment of levity will open a locked door. Do not underestimate how far the playful truth shall fly. After delivering cryptic predictions about your personality and future, the fortune teller moves on to predicting for the two of you. It's always birds, always lady beetles. Switching to the tarot deck, fortune teller pulls up the Two of Cups, droning on about partnership, harmony, and good omens about your relationship.
We're not together.
Hearing him say those words strikes a chord within you. Just friends. Oh, you can friend zone him until the end. I see. The reason you've been staring at him, I'm just saying, the feeling had almost been dormant, sleeping deep inside of you until recently, when they finally exploded like a volcano full of love and lava. You can no longer ignore these feelings for him. He's always been perfect the way he is. I hope he sees himself the way I do. After thanking the fortune teller, you and Jordan link arms. The act is so natural and comfortable, the two of you do so without any thoughts. Anyway, are you hungry? Starving. Let's get some grub. My stomach has rumbled. The lines of the food stalls have started to thin out as festival goers make their way toward the fireworks viewing area. Ever so smoothly, you ask Jordan what he wants to eat and pay for both of your food items in one slick motion. Tap, tap. How much do I owe you for this? Nah, it's on me. A dazzling smile lights up on his face. Oh, thank you. Sometimes hard work really does pay off. I should have been the one to pay. There's no need to get caught up in things like this. Consider it me paying you back for the chocolates and flowers. I know, but you know what? He did buy me chocolates and flowers, and he prepared that really cute basket of a bunch of stuff, and he got us the tickets to the festival, you know? That definitely wasn't something you needed to pay me back for, but I appreciate the gesture. You're so thoughtful. Cute! Oh, that sprite is so cute. Wait, am I a monkey? That's me! I am eating a corn dog. I do love corn dogs. It's really hard to find veggie corn dogs, but it is one of my favorite snacks. Almost in unison, you both dig in, hunger taking over from the effort of playing so many festival games. Man, this is so good. Right? Best part of the festival. Oh, Jordan, you've got something on your face. You see, I'm not a bird. He gets a tissue from his pocket and dabs at his mouth, but some of the food remains. Here, let me. Without thinking, you reach for him, wiping away the crumbs from Jordan's lips. See, and who said that you didn't have a crush on him before? Some people are really used to taking care of people, but... thanks. His lips are so soft, so warm under your touch. A tingle zaps through you from the contact, making you jerk away. No problem. Cheeks aflame, you turn your head away and spot a familiar face a few meters away. Has she been following us this whole time? Oh, it's Jade. Looks like she found a date after all. Even from afar, you can see the knowing spark in her eyes, the mischief in the way she winks. In fact, the last time Jade gave you a similar look was when... Hey Jordan, do you remember when Jade scrapped her knee in elementary school? You turn back, elbowing him lightly in the ribs. Jade's signature move. Oh god, yeah, she was such a drama queen. She kept yowling that she was dying. She didn't stop until we carried her to the other side of the campus. Ugh, why did they put the nurse's office so far? I remember being so exhausted that we almost fell and the nurse thought we were the patients. Twin laughs escape you, shared mirth over fond memories built over the years. Jordan was always there for me to lean on. As you get lost in thought, Jay turns back to the stranger whose face you can't make out from here. What do you think? Do they pass the vibe check? I can't really see them from here, but let's hope Jade's new bow is ready to carry her bridal style. Deaf, let's ask her how it went later. Jordan squints until his eyes widen in surprise. Wait, is that... Vanilla? And the hot bastard? Oh, dang, you know what? Good for them. What? You follow where he's pointing to see Vanilla and Michael together sitting on a blanket. Dang. This is horrible. She's not killing him, though. But he might be stealing my employee. Note to self, fight that Nepo baby later. I will with a box of chocolates over his head. Come on, let's find a good spot before they notice us. I guess Vanilla succeeded in finding a hot date of her own. So this is what she meant. Taking hold of his hoodie sleeve, you drag Jordan to a place where you can perfectly see the fireworks overhead and avoid any nosy jerks. You're about to plop onto the grass and sigh dramatically when... One sec. Jordan lays out a blanket for you, fresh from the basket he's been carrying the whole time. Smiling, you face plant onto the blanket and roll on your side, all the frustration leaving your body. He sits next to you, cross-legged. Thanks, Jordan. You always know how to cheer me up. But I'm just sitting here. Then you sitting here already makes me happy. Jordan opens his mouth to respond, but is cut off by a boom and flashes of light exploding overhead. It's starting! Looks like we made it in time. Red, green, blue... All sorts of colors paint the dark canvas of the sky, a cacophony of gas and applause following each display of light. Wow, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it really is. He's looking at me, isn't he? He is! Gosh, I knew it. Turning your head back at him, Jordan is staring right at you. When you were kids, Jordan used to be jumpy around fireworks, clinging onto you or Jade when the show started. Now his gaze is calm and steady. His glasses reflect the multicolored sparks, backlighting your own awestruck reflection.
I have to tell you something.
This is what we've been waiting for. He fidgets with his glasses, cheeks painted pink. He's like an easily startled cat. Yeah? Take your time, Jordan. Gulping in some air, Jordan nods and slowly releases his breath. You give him an encouraging smile.
Inhale. And out. Okay, here goes. I really, really like you. I've had a crush on you since forever, and nothing has to change, but will you go out with me?
Sorry, could you say that one more time?
I like you!
Oh. Startled by his own outburst, Jordan covers his mouth with both hands. Wait. Can I just go, what, really? What? Really? His head bobs in fervent insistence before he mumbles behind his hands. I really like you. Wait, so how long have you felt this way? Jordan fiddles with the strings of his hoodie.
I've liked you since we were kids.
Don't tell me I was a secret crush since you were 13. Yeah, I think I've liked you since way before 13.
Yeah. I think I've liked you since you first shared your juice box with me in first grade.
Aw, cute. Oh my god.
Back then, I actually hated the taste of oranges, but when you kept sharing with me, orange juice became my favorite.
Aww. Childhood friends, let's go. The realization hits you like a boom of fireworks in tandem with your heartbeat. Every time Jordan smiled at you or offered to do something for you, you'd brush it off as mere platonic affection. Looking back on it, you can now read into each adorable blush that graced his face, every nervous stutter in your presence. Nothing has to change if you don't want it to. Unless you want it to. Do you want it to? At this point, you say I don't like you that way, this is just for completion. I like you too. A wide grin threatens to split his face as he grabs your hand in his. Oh, really?
Oh, thank you. I mean, I like you too. Of course I do. I just said that, but...
He trails off into a nonsensical, adorable ramble. You giggle, not at all bothered, because he's so happy and flustered, and all yours. Hey, Jordan. Okay. Always ask. The awestruck green gaze flicks to your lips. Adam's apple bobbing as he swallows. Jordan's always been so shy that you never noticed before. But the soft yearning that passes through his eyes, palpable through thick lenses, is unmissable. Unmistakable.
Is this... Do you want to?
You've known him for so long, but now that you put a name to the feelings he has for you, the same ones that he stirs in you, you can't help but imagine how his would feel on yours. The sound... Alright there. Yeah, I could tell from the way you described him earlier. It's a completely different feeling from when Jade locked you both in the closet for 7 minutes in heaven. When the feel of Jordan's clammy hand in yours was enough to satiate you. Now you feel you'd need the entire night. Yeah? Use your words. Impossibly, he turns even redder.
You really want to kiss me?
Yes, if you want to?
Of course I do!
Wow, that's gorgeous. What a CG. His hands are shaking as he cups your cheeks, cradling you like you're a precious treasure. You reach up to hold them, steadying him as you've always done. No need to be nervous, it's just me.
It's always been you.
Slowly, the distance shortens until there's nothing between you. Nothing stopping you from getting lost in the cinnamon and cedar scent of Jordan's cologne. Except Jordan's glasses bumping into your face, and Jordan himself hastily removing and shoving said glasses into his pocket. A very famous K-drama scene was of a kiss scene and the character taking off his glasses. 10 out of 10. Great scene.
Was that okay?
Yeah. Can we do one more? With a shy yet eager nod, Jordan happily follows your lead as you tug him close by the hoodie strings. Soft warmth envelopes your frantically beating heart. A strange whirlwind of nervous giddiness floods your veins as you bury your fingers into his silky purple hair. His next kisses are sweet and chaste, peppering your flushed cheeks, forehead, and lips as you try to chase his lips. He gasps when your palm goes to his nape, keeping him right where you want him. Well, the two of you spend the rest of the night in bliss, rejoicing at the love finally realized between the two of you. The sweetest crush, let's go! Alright. Oof! That was steamier than I thought it'd be, I'll be honest. But very cute, very cute. Very unexpected to see Vanilla and the hot bastard. But you know what? Good for her. He better treat her well. If he steals her, I will blow up his store. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. I have to go. As always, thank you so much for watching, whether you're chatting, lurking, watching the VOD. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for all of you who are a part of memberships, and for those of you who are always returning. I do really appreciate seeing you guys in the chat, and it's always fun to catch up. As always, remember to drink water, stretch, and take care of yourselves. My next stream will be tomorrow. We'll be finishing off the Otome game celebration with one final Otome game. It is a cafe we're running, and it's gonna be real cute. Real cute. You guys should keep an eye out for that, and if you're interested, definitely subscribe. I'm Ria, a reader who loves the rain. I stream 4 times a week. Sundays around this time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights. I usually post my schedule in the community tab. I will do that later today. And then I make my waiting rooms about 24 hours try in advance so that you guys know exactly when I'll be streaming, so YouTube can do all the time conversion for us. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you guys in another stream. Until next time! I always forget this part. Subscribe!